2 with injuries, and 3 DUIs. The number of calls for service remained fairly steady compared to February, when we had 175. The notable trend in March was alcohol. Reserve hours. Reserve deputies worked 38.93 hours in March for a salary savings to the city of $762.85. Next section, tinfoil hat. This is a tinfoil hat that should have been hung. The suspect recklessly discharged a firearm in the city limits, grazing his own head. After he got stitches, he went to jail. Events of significance in March. Pursuit. Bisbee Chase came to Tombstone, where we spiked them. Everyone got to meet BP and go to jail. Pursuit. Another one came in from Bisbee. The driver saw the marshals out with spikes, turned around, dumped his undocumented non-citizens on the side of the road, and fled back to Bisbee, where he got caught anyways. Pursuit. A 15-year-old, 15, from Tucson led law enforcement on a high-speed pursuit after coming through Tombstone at 85 miles an hour. He nearly struck a woman, passed out face down in the street on Fremont, and then almost hit an ambulance that didn't see him because he had turned his lights off. He got spiked in St. David and said we couldn't do anything to him because he was a juvenile. He got booked. He will be tried as an adult. Pursuit. Assist Cochise County Sheriff's Office. A CCSO deputy had a car run from him. The vehicle turned off Davis Road on the Highway 80 and hit another car. We helped cut the suspect, put in the vehicle, and conduct traffic control and cleaned up the accidents. Smuggling. A 21-year-old driver from Tucson and his 4 passengers were turned over to Border Patrol for charges. Smuggling. 40-year-old man from Phoenix said he was out driving around and got lost and somehow ended up in Tombstone, where he happened to pick up 3 Hispanic men who were hitchhiking. He also had meth on him. He went to jail. Smuggling. 36-year-old woman from Tempe. 36-year-old man from Tempe said he drove all the way down here to clear his head, and just happened to pick up 3 Hispanic men dressed in camouflage that needed a ride. Same bad story, same result. He went to Border Patrol jail. Smuggling. 16-year-old female from Tucson came down in a stolen car to pick up immigrants, which was captured on our license plate readers. She got booked. Smuggling. 20-year-old man from Phoenix came down in a stolen car to pick up immigrants, which was also captured on our license plate readers. He got booked. A local man shot down someone else's drone. He went to jail. A local man was being disorderly again, and this time decided that it was wise to fight with the responding deputies. He got booked for aggravated assault on a peace officer and resisting arrest. A local man insulted his neighbor by calling him a Nazi, expletive deleted. Turns out the man is in New Jersey. The offending party was cited for disorderly conduct. A local man punched a 67-year-old woman in the face. He went to jail. Long altercation at Circle K, some window pounding, several threats, and an offer to fight led to a pair of citations for disorderly conduct. A man in a sleeping bag was found on the sidewalk in the Circle K. He was alive, well, and all in one piece. A woman stopped in the middle of March Road and fell asleep. He was asked to move on. A local man, drunk, passed out on the boardwalk. He was not very cooperative. A drunk local woman fell in a bar and split her head. She wasn't very cooperative with us either. Another man fell over drunk and split his head. This guy went to the hospital. Yet another drunk resident fell and was dead when the deputy got on scene. It was this guy's first time this month, but definitely not his first time. DUI. Driving 90 in a 65-mile-an-hour zone and nearly striking a bridge drew the attention of our deputy. A local female was over the legal limit and was charged accordingly. DUI drugs. Driver from Tucson pulled out in front of a deputy Specific charges are pending, results of the blood draw. DUI. A Ukrainian refugee wearing stiletto heels and a stuffed duck strapped over his groin, had entirely too much to drink and had the empty bottles tossed around his car to prove it. He refused to cooperate, so a search warrant was obtained for his blood. He then decided he was feeling faint and went to the hospital. Specific charges are pending, results of that blood draw as well. 2 intoxicated people on 2 separate nights called the marshal's office for a ride. Rides were provided. Seems like a better alternative than going to jail. And finally, someone's last wishes, having their ashes spread on Allen Street, was accomplished to the horror of bystanders. Other items of interest, we were successful in getting 2 more grants awarded to the department. One is $47,000 in overtime funds, which is inclusive of ERE and mileage reimbursement. And the other is for $180,000 that will get us a rural rescue vehicle, 2 years of access to a specialized Intel database, a large quantity of data storage for our cell phone extractions, money for a second cell-brand operator to get trained, ballistic helmets for the troops, and a few more new Motorola radios. Anybody have any questions for me? Yes, ma'am.
I have a question about the folks that are doing the human smuggling. Are those criminal charges or felony charges?
They are felony charges.
Do they usually get time in a gated community wearing bracelets, or do they usually get a smack on the hand and go home?
It's a good question. The way that our county attorney's office deals with that, let me back up and just a bit more from that. Our county attorney is the only county attorney in the state of Arizona that is prosecuting human trafficking.
Awesome.
That being said, the incredible influx of those cases is way more than they can possibly handle. So what we have, or what they have, is what's called early resolution court. An early resolution court is they are offered basically a pre-indictment plea. They get a pretty good deal, we get to clear the case, and then we get to send them off into whatever, prison or probation. If it is their first offense, smuggling, and they did not run from us, they typically are given probation. If they ran from us at all, they go to prison. That's the prison mandatory plea, if they will go to prison. And obviously, if it's multiple offenses, which a lot of them are, Border Patrol actually takes those for prosecution, which you saw in some of my notes. We catch them a lot of times, Border Patrol goes ahead and takes them because they got federal prosecution. And I don't know what happens to them.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Is there anything that the private citizen can do to help?
Yes.
Okay.
But really, it's for your own personal safety. Absolutely do not cross the street, even if your light is green, without looking both ways. There's been, I don't even know what the numbers are, how many people have been killed in Cochise County by these people running red lights, running stop signs, driving on the wrong side of the road. Oftentimes with their lights off at night. They have ran police cars, they have ran citizens' cars. So absolutely just be extremely vigilant when you're driving. Check your rearview mirror often because they will come up behind you. If you're going 60 and they're going 110, they get up on you pretty quick. And just be super aware. Other than that, most of them don't end up here in Tombstone unless they bail out for some reason here in Tombstone. When they get to Tombstone, or we spike them after they leave Tombstone, so they don't like to chase them down. Sometimes they come in, we know they're coming, or we get here before we can get to them, and we wait till they get out of town before we engage. But one I talked about was going 85 right down at Fremont Street. So.
Do you find that, excuse me, my last question, do you find that a lot of this happens in the evening, late in the evening, or early in the morning, or there's no, okay.
Not a distinctive pattern, day of the week, time of the day, and when there are patterns that are short-lived, because law enforcement obviously catch on to that, and we start focusing our interdiction efforts to those days and times, and they just change it up. Same thing with the routes that they take. We've been effective here in Tombstone with our license plate readers, because they know that we're collecting those license plates coming through. And of course, we have canines, and of course, we have very dedicated, intelligent deputies here. So most of the time, we're late, they think they're going around us. And that's always been my philosophy, go around or go to jail. They're going to beat that. So we do get some come through, but the numbers are way down.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you keeping us safe. Thank you.
Any other questions for me?
Thank you, Marshall. Anybody have a question? Once again, very good report. Thank you. For motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Boy, we got 2 minutes to spare tonight.
Do you have your phone? Do you have your phone? Can you tell me if you can hear? Pardon? Can you tell me if you can hear me?
How do I do that?
Just